Hey YouTube, it's Hannah Loba. If you want more MotoAmerica content, check out the new and vastly improved MotoAmerica Live Plus app. It's the only place you can catch all the race action in one place all season long. Click the link in the description below.
Start of the race for Steel Commander Superbike race number 1. Cameron Beaubier on pole, and he doesn't get a good launch to number 6, but it looks like it's going to be Sean Dylan Kelly might lead the way. No, it's going to be Josh Herrin on the Warhorse HSBK Racing Ducati. So Herrin leads the way.
What an absolutely great start, and his teammate Loris Baz slots in right behind him for Herrin. Coming from that second row, got a tremendous jump. As you said, Greg, our pole sitter Cameron Beaubier did not get away well there, and Herrin is going to jump all over that as a Ducati 1-2 as they come out of the keyhole for the first time. You see JD Beach and Gagne are also through on Beaubier. So looking back, it looks like Beaubier could be back as far as 6th or 7th, as Posh also is through.
Yeah, so for Cameron Beaubier, obviously he got to the box, Jay, and I noticed that it looked like the bike was settling down a little bit, and perhaps he thought he may have moved and wanted to make sure that he didn't. But either way, it's the teammates on these Ducati Panigale V4Rs and your championship points leader setting the pace. Boy, Herrin, we talk about how good he is, the feel that he has on the motorcycle, and after we've had some rain showers, we had a huge one overnight that really cleaned this racetrack off. All the rubber, and we have a rider down, Brandon Posh, on the Vision Wheel M4X Star Suzuki.
And that, Greg, looks like it could be a off-throttle high side. That's where that normally happens, as you see JD Beach is taking advantage of the misfortune of Brandon Posh. He was able to get by Sean Dylan Kelly, who I'm assuming probably had to check up. So for the 95 JD Beach, this is a good sign. We're not going to see it from this angle right here on the... You look over and there's Posh. So I almost promise you, by the way that accident happened, that's going to be the rear end stepping around on him there. And that's what happens, Greg.
Whoa.
The track's a little bit green. Somebody's gone off. Yeah, on the left. Was that Gagne? Didn't quite see who that was. It was Jake Gagne, and now he gets back onto the middle of the keyhole.
Boy, that grass is wet too, Jay, so
yes.
It's not like he had any available traction.
He's going to lose the front probably, or he just almost got into the back of JD. He's going to run off. He's in the grass now. Keep in mind, Greg, the grass is soaking wet. He probably doesn't want to use a lot of brake.
What a day we're having after a big rainstorm just a couple hours ago. And boy, Herrin and Baz have decided that it's their time to get after it and go. JD Beach was in 3rd across the line. Then Jake Gagne, who's now slipped back. Sean Dylan Kelly right there in the mix.
So for Baz, this is ideal. He's following his teammate. Josh Herrin is setting the pace. JD Beach, you can see him coming into your picture in the background in 3rd. These two guys, a lot, don't we? We see them a lot, Greg. You and I riding around together, working together as a team. The team orders is basically, hey, our teammates leading the championship here. And if you're going to make a pass on him, it's got to be ultra clean. And if you think you can get away and make an ultra clean pass, that might be okay. If not, we sure could use the help there with you getting yourself wedged in between Herrin and whoever might be his competitors and take those points away from them. So with Beaubier catching his teammate JD Beach, there's an interaction between these two. Hayden will be there, and he is losing out quite a bit as I look at even the top speeds on the back straightaways. JD Beach and Beaubier identical, 179 mile an hour. For Hayden Gillum, it was 170, and even SDK, who is behind Gillum by 6 seconds, went 180. So Hayden's given up some 10 mile an hour on the straights, and it just goes to show, you can see the difference in the two bikes there too. You see how much JD's bike was moving around over those very few bumps that we have here at Mid-Ohio. Turn 1 was the only place they hadn't repaved because they had just done that not long ago. There's a couple bumps there, and JD's bike didn't go over them quite as well as Cameron. So Beaubier is going to do his best to get in the draft of the 95 right now down the back straightaway. And that's what we'll keep an eye on the bottom right-hand side of your screen there as they continue to circulate together. This on the left-hand side is them just going through the keyhole, getting started in the middle of that.
So last time back on the back straightaway, Jay, 182.4 in the draft.
And you can see here he's trying to go the long way around. He'll probably turn that back up underneath JD as you see him try to do that now. And JD pretty strong. Beaubier is going to go and get just underneath him as they go down into turn 6. Good pass.
Boy, and of course feeling out those conditions. So with Josh Herrin and Josh's teammate Loris Baz putting himself in between Herrin and Beaubier. Josh Herrin on the entire field is going to continue to stretch his championship lead in what has been a very interesting and strange day. But I can't say enough about the riders out front, Herrin and Baz, JP. The fact that they...
Other than just trying to do your job. Now, the guy in second, his teammate, has never won a race here in America. He's hungry to do so. But again, I don't think he's going to take any big unnecessary chances. If he could get to the back of Herrin, I don't think you'd see Loris Baz do anything to really disrupt what Herrin has been doing this year and putting this team in front of the championship. I was going to just say, there's some other good rides going on, and just like that, our guys put us back to this ride. Benjamin Smith and Ashton Yates right now running 7th and 8th. For Benjamin Smith, it's the best I've seen him run in our Superbike class. Obviously, he's going to have his hands full with Ashton Yates. Just for perspective, these guys are ahead of Bobby Fong. They're ahead of Jake Gagne.
And Fong in the last couple of events hasn't had his way, but he's going to make a pass, not this time. Yeah, you really got to pick and choose your passing spots here in Mid-Ohio, don't you?
You do, and he can be a little bit patient. He knows what he's up against there. He's got 2 stock 1,000 bikes ahead of him. That R1 that he's on should be able to outperform both these bikes a little bit.
Just want to keep you updated on Josh Herrin. Goes fastest lap of the race again. Fong forces it, pushes the issue. That's going to, Ashton does.
Yes.
Ashton forces his way through. He can hear Bobby Fong behind him, and he says, I don't want to deal with this any longer. But here comes the stock 1,000 versus a full-blown Superbike down the back straightaway, and Bobby Fong will get it.
That worked out perfect for Bobby, didn't it? Yeah, Ashton kind of moved Benjamin out of the way.
And Ezra Beaubier, last time by, was 0.4 of a second quicker than the number 1. Loris Baz down.
Oh, that is bad. For Loris Baz, he's fallen, trying to figure out where that is.
What a heartbreaker.
Oh, man, he has such a big lead.
He had 12.8 seconds over Cameron Beaubier in the Warhorse HSBK Racing Ducati. And when Josh finds out what happened,
he's going to be just as bummed.
He's definitely
going to be just as bummed. He's got a 17-second lead. Does Josh Herrin now. I mean, he's come across. This is the final lap. This guy's ridden absolutely perfect again. Not put a wheel wrong, Greg, and he's just gained from that momentum that he had at Laguna Seca, and he is just moving forward. And, for Herrin, he took the bull by the horns from the start, as you said, those first laps.
Yep.
And this is why this guy doesn't need anybody telling him exactly what he's doing. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing and just keep racking up these points.
Right tire choice, running the hardest compound tire, rear tire that Dunlop has available, the R8 tire. And Herrin gets off to a start. He got a good one. He put his head down. He set the pace. He showed everyone what grip was available here at Mid-Ohio. He continuously eked his way into quicker and quicker lap times until 2 laps ago, where he finally started back her down. 25-1 fastest lap of the race. And when he took the white flag, Jay, it was 26-9. So Herrin is doing Herrin things. And can you believe the opportunity that Josh Herrin has in front of him in the record books? The 2013 champion, to be able to come back and put himself in a position to possibly win this championship in 2024. That would be a record, Jay. Most distance between his first championship and his latest championship, or last championship is the way you look at it. I mean, this 34-year-old from California has put his stamp on the championship and takes the win. It's Steel Commander, race number 1 in the Superbike class.
Oh, Baz again, is it?
Yeah, it's Baz again.
Yeah, there was something wrong with that bike, obviously, so...
That front brake could have locked up or basically couldn't continue, just had to drop the bike. Either way, Tyler Cycles, BMW, Cameron Beaubier will come across the stripe, 18.8 seconds back.
Good day.
And JD Beach able to stand on the podium again. And that is a massive relief after the road racing season he has had. And Josh Herrin, I cannot wait to hear this interview. That is an emotional win for the 34-year-old. Race number 1 from Mid-Ohio, Josh Herrin. Absolutely putting it down. 18.8 second win over Cameron Beaubier. JD Beach on the podium. Hayden Gilliam in 4th. He'll enjoy that Honda check. Sean Dillon-Kelly. Let's go down to Herrin, who took all the risk and gets all the reward.
Confidence and comfort was the way you put it earlier in the weekend, and this has been anything but a comfortable day for all of these riders with all of the unknown of that weather that came through earlier this afternoon. You see Josh Herrin now at the top step of the podium, able to hold those trophies high for JD Beach, his first podium since back at the second race at Road America, his second one of the season. And then Cameron Beaubier, he knows he needs to accumulate all of these points, and being able to take home 20 of them here in the first race this weekend, that's pretty big.